But you didn't live far enough away?
Yeah, we didn't live far enough away to rate the bus. The children down in Beachfield, they could ride the bus. And the ones from St. James and the one from from Park Hall. But so we were in walking distance. They didn't even know where we lived. And they didn't know until the children got sick with the typhoid fever that they knew how far we had to go. And I told my aunt once, I said, I don't like going in school late. I said, because the teacher always, make mention of it.
Mm-hmm.
She said, you should tell her she should come and go home with you once and she'd see how far you live. So I told her that once, but of course she didn't go home with them. But I mean, when the children got sick, Father McKenna brought the nuns around there because they were quarantined for a while, and nobody was supposed to visit them. But when they got so they could have company, have visitors, the nuns came around to see the children. She never said anything. I mean, she never made mention anymore, about that.
So who determined the buses? Who determined who went on the buses? Was it the county or the school did that?
Seems as if it was the school. I don't know who was determining, because my uncle, would go to PTA meetings, and he said something about the children riding the bus. Even if they didn't ride the bus all the way home, they could ride it from school around to 235, and we still would have about 2 miles to walk before we got to St. Jerome's Creek. And then we had to cross the creek, which would have been a big help.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't rate the bus.
Mm.
I don't know how persistent he was.
God, that's a story. My goodness. And think today kids only have to, the bus stops right in front of their door.
Yeah, because Jerome used to stand there in the door, and she could see the bus, and she'd walk down there to catch the bus. And she said, I wish the bus would come through here, at the front door. I said, girl, you don't know.
Oh, goodness. Okay, when you went to St. Peter's now, is it like it is now, or when I went there, where, it had the 2 stories with the 4 big classrooms? Was it like that when you went there?
Yes, they had that. They had the same thing. I don't know how many grades. I think it was the 4th and 5th grade, and 3rd and 4th grade. 2 grades in every room.
Every room. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who do you remember as being your favorite teacher?
Mother Damien.
Why?
I don't know particular, because she seemed to she understood me better, I guess, or she gave me credit for having a little bit of sense. And in those days, they used to criticize the children, if they wasn't too bright or wasn't catching on the way that they thought they should.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember when before the old school burned down, I had a teacher. I guess they just, it was somebody, she wasn't trained to teach, because she didn't have any patience.
Mm-hmm.
And if it hadn't been for one of my classmates, I would never learn how to do long division. Because what some children would understand, others don't. She would ask, how many 7s in 21? didn't know how many sevens was in 21. I mean, you know, it didn't say, oh, how many times it'll go into that or something. I said, it's not going anywhere, you know. It didn't make sense to me.
Okay.
And so this classmate of mine, I mean, he taught me more than she did. I thought, what's she talking about? He said, put down 21 marks and see how many sevens you can get out of it.
Yeah.
Then I understood.
Mm-hmm. So Sister Damien had a lot of patience.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, with me, I mean, some children didn't like, but I did. I mean, because when Sister Helena used to punish me, I wouldn't even talk to her. You know, she'd keep me after school, not knowing how I was going to get home or what. And I was the only child in school, you know, because she had me looking up these definitions, and I knew how to look up the definition, but I didn't know which one to use. And she thought I should know which one to use, and I'd use it, and that was the wrong one. And so she tried to get more out of me than what I was capable of doing, I guess.
Was Sister Helena your least favorite teacher?
She got a lot of work out of me. She kept me, I mean, you know, after school. I mean, she was determined that, you know, that I would get it. She was a good teacher.
What was your favorite subject?
Geography.
Geography.
I could figure that out doing a whole lot of studying.
And what did you hate the most?
Spelling.
Okay.
Spelling, because they didn't teach you phonics, so, you know, I heard them talking about it on TV. All these words that you had to memorize, you didn't know how to figure out, you know, syllables, things like that. You just memorize this long list of words.
Okay.
And you don't learn to spell very well like that.
No. Okay. As a young adult, what did you dream of becoming?
I always dreamt of being a wife with 2 children, a husband and 2 children. That's what I always wanted. But I used to tell people I wanted to be a nurse when they asked me, and until I found out what nurse had to do, and I found out I was afraid of dead people. And I'm not now, but I mean I was dreadfully afraid of dead people. And because when anybody died in our family, I never see him. And I didn't even go to the funeral.